On a snowy day in Kabul, Afghanistan, Afghan National Army soldiers are getting to grips with a new weapon, a 60mm mortar.
These new mortars are lightweight and we can move it from one place to another quickly during battle. They also target larger distances than the Russian mortars, and they also have a trigger.
This portable mortar is a welcome update to the Afghan National Army's arsenal, which still has legacy weapons from the Soviet era, such as these D-30 howitzers, which soldiers here in Herat train on. Building on the existing assets and experience of the Afghan National Army with new technologies is key, according to members of NATO's training mission in Afghanistan. Leaders say a central part of making new technologies sustainable is making sustainable training.
We focus very closely on training the Afghan trainers. So we don't deliver a lot of the instruction ourselves. What we do is we teach the instructors how to do it.
Here, an Afghan officer trains younger soldiers on a brand new armoured vehicle donated by the United States before heading out to the field for a live exercise. With an army that draws on a broad range of backgrounds, ethnicities and regions, there can be challenges, such as differing levels of education.
The majority of the drivers are illiterate, but still they are driving very well. But the commander and the gunner are educated soldiers, such as lieutenants. They also learn a lot during the training. In the end, they will also use their vehicles properly.
Across the board, the Afghan army officers we spoke to said their troops were ready to fight the insurgency with the weapons they currently have. But many worried about the future, where more sophisticated weapons might be needed to protect their borders.
The Afghans' appetite for more sophisticated weapons is entirely understandable, and there it's entirely appropriate that both they and we are beginning to think about more sophisticated equipment for them in the future. But this piece of equipment is for now. This is for them to finally bring about victory on the battlefield against an insurgency, and it's going to do that for them.
Keeping a balance between current and future needs, as well as making sure the Afghan army is able to sustain their weaponry, is no small hurdle. This year will see a test of that as Afghan National Security Forces step forward to take lead responsibility for almost the entire country. Ruth Owen in Kabul for the NATO Channel.